Yo, what's up, Brick Duo? So I went ahead and actually finished the Sydney Opera House, which I purchased on eBay just last week. Shipping and everything, I got this puppy for $310, just an absolute steal. Actually below retail, came brand new in box. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I felt about the build and how I feel about the finished product. So first, I just want to start out with how the building process went. So basically, you start out building half of the brown base in the first bag, the second part of the brown base in the second bag, and then bags 3 and 4 are both the actual Opera House design, that shell shape. That's the actual Opera House. So I would actually say the build was actually pretty boring. It was just really repetitive and didn't use too many unique bricks. I will say though, that doesn't deter me like away from this set or how I feel about it. Me personally, I just always enjoy building Lego sets in general. And even if it's not the most unique build, I still enjoy building them. I don't think that like takes away from my building experience completely. But I will say if you're someone that wants to be stimulated the entire time while building by maybe different pieces or unique building techniques, this one might not be the set for you. But yeah, you can kind of see this line right here. You basically just connect it right here, these two base plates that separates the two bases, and you can go ahead and connect them together. Very secure connection. This set actually weighs about 15 pounds, and I was kind of worried that they wouldn't they wouldn't be strong enough together because the two sections are very, very separate. But they actually have these two Technic pieces that don't necessarily even connect, but it's these two Technic long bars pretty much, right? It's like a 1 by 10 or something like that, and it just slides into the other piece. So then it provides like just a little bit more force against maybe a moment that occurs on it or something like that. And then it's connected with pins too, but the bar is really what's holding up the set when you carry it. You can also take these two pieces off. I'll show you that when we go over the top of the set. But yeah, the building experience wasn't anything great, especially for the base. It was just very, very repetitive. And then for the actual Opera House, I thought this part would be much more unique or different in building, but to be honest, it was very, very similar. But I will say Lego did a really good job. You never repeated any steps exactly. And I think that's one of the really unique parts about this set is they took their time, even though, for instance, this piece and this piece right here maybe look almost exactly the same. They're not. There's slight differences they use to make them different, and I think that was a good idea. It doesn't, if you had to build like 6 of those at the same or 4 of those at the same time, it probably would kind of make the set too repetitive in my opinion, but you're constantly building something just slightly different so they get all the details right. So that part was pretty cool. And then there's the small Opera House in front right here. And then I don't know if you can see there's some clear pieces in there too. So there's a lot more pieces in these sections actually than I thought. I figured most of the pieces would be in the base and these would just be, these pieces stuck onto the Technic pieces, but there is actually a lot of building you have to do in there too to create this structure to be able to hold those shell pieces pretty much. But now I'll go ahead and just give you some of my thoughts on the display ability of this set. I think this set is one of the best display Lego sets there is of all time. I mean, the presence of it is gigantic. Like here's my hand for scale, and I have a pretty big hand. It is absolutely massive. It weighs so much. Definitely feels like I got my money's worth, even though it was a $300 set. Not only that, but it looks good from every angle too. Like sometimes like I forget to look at it from this angle. It looks amazing, and then even from this angle too, it just looks like super unique. I think if I was displaying this one on a table, I think I would just spin it around, every so often, just so people looking at it could get a different look of it. I also thought they did a great job getting these gray pieces in here too to cover that up. It just looks really, really awesome. So yeah, this display ability, this thing is just absolutely impeccable. And I can't stress that enough. I absolutely love these type of sets, these architecture type of sets. I think they just look absolutely awesome on a shelf. In some of my favorite series in Lego, even though they're not maybe unique pieces or unique building techniques. I didn't pick up the Big Ben, but obviously the Colosseum is out now, and that's one of those sets that I think I'm gonna have to get to. It just looks so cool next to this one. And I think this is one of these ones where even if like maybe your significant other isn't into Lego, or maybe maybe your parents aren't super into Lego, I think if you show them this, like you could even be like, hey, can we just leave this out on our table or something, like coffee table or something like that, just as a display piece. I guarantee they'll think it's a cool set and they'll be happy to let you display it because it looks like an actual model of the Opera House, and it's just really, really unique. So just some of my closing thoughts. If any of you guys are looking to pick this setup, I highly recommend it. it really doesn't go for anything too crazy. It definitely goes for $350. I'd say is a pretty good deal. $350 is a pretty good deal on this thing, and I'd say that it's worth it. I would say some of the sets right now that you can get for $350 would be like something like the Mos Eisley Cantina. And yeah, that comes with a lot of minifigures, but if you're really into the display ability and just the sheer number of pieces, I think this set's a great option, and you will definitely be happy with it. And I definitely see this set kind of rising in value too later on in its lifetime. I know people probably don't think of the Sydney Opera House as their most favorite landmark, but it's just got such a unique shape, and they did such a great job back in 2013 to getting all the curves right. So I'm really happy with this purchase. If you guys have any questions about this set, or you have this set too, and you want to share your thoughts down below, that'd be awesome. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Brick Duo signing out. Thanks, guys.